This video is about how to use Refworks, referencing management software. By the time you've watched this video, you'll have been shown how to import references into Refworks using library search or from individual databases, as well as how to manually add references, how to manage folders and create a bibliography using Refworks Citation Manager. So to demonstrate Refworks, we're going to start on the library homepage. Click on the Referencing Guidance button on the right-hand side. And this takes you to the Ref zone. There is a Refworks button on the menu. And this explains how you can access Refworks for the first time. Use the link on this page and the guides and videos that are available. So when you start using Refworks for the first time, when you've set up an account, this is the interface that you will see, although of course yours will be empty the first time you use it. I've already added a number of records to mine. Let's look at how we might do that. So I've opened up library search and I've carried out a search within the catalogue, and I'm going to choose a resource that I would like to use as evidence in my assignment. When I open up the record, I've got a number of options that appear here in this box. One of them is a Refworks button. So anything you find via library search, you can just click this button. You can assign it to a folder if relevant, or you can create a folder. I'm going to keep it out of a folder in this case, and then you can click Import. It's now imported the record for that resource that I'd found on library search. Returning to library search, I can also select multiple results, and I've got the option using the 3 dots to add them all to Refworks. I've got the option again to add them to a folder, and I can import all of them. So here's the import summary, and I can look at all of those records. So they're now all appearing in my list. If I would like to move any of these records to a specific folder, I can select the ones I want to move and then assign them to the folder that I would like them to be moved to. So those records are now in this folder. I can also use the A to Z of databases. Find a subject database that's related to my search. And I can add records to Refworks from here as well. If I select the one that I would like to add, and then hit the Cite button, and then select Export Citation and Export to Refworks. Again, I've got the option to put it in a folder, and I can import that record. Again, I can add multiple records using the same method. It's now added those 30 records to my Refworks folders. So I've shown you how to add a record to Refworks from library search or from a database. That was an EBSCO database, but it's possible to do this from other databases as well. But what if the resource you want to add isn't something you found in either of those ways? So it might be that one of the sources that you want to use in your assignment is a web page. In that case, you can use the Save to Refworks button, which can be added to your toolbar. You click that button, you get a pop-up box on the right-hand side where you can check that the information is correct. I've just changed the author from being blank to the organisation. There's a little description there, the URL has gone in, the date that you've retrieved it and so on. It even picks up the last time that this page was updated, and then you can save that to Refworks. And that record has appeared just here. So how do we add that box to our toolbar? You go to Tools, and then Extensions and Add-ons. And this is the Install Save to Refworks button. And it's as simple as dragging it up to your toolbar. There's also something else that you can add on as well, and that is the Refworks Citation Manager, which can go into Word. This needs to be installed from your source of apps within Microsoft. But once you have installed it, following the instructions within that application, you will see RCM on the toolbar of your Word document. Click that button, and then again to open up the Citation Manager on the right-hand side. All of your records will appear in this long list on the right-hand side, and it's possible to search for them. So you can find all the resources that you would want to cite and reference. So this would then be a case of writing your assignment, and then you can choose the resource that matches the point that you've just made. As you can see, it's possible to add single citations or double citations for specific points by using the checklist on the right and then the Insert Citation button. It's possible to set your citation style via the menu. This one is in Harvard Cite Them Right style. And it's also possible to create a bibliography in your document as well. Turn that on via the menu, and you will see that the documents that you have cited in the text will then appear in the reference list at the bottom. Now, this is why it's really important to be very familiar with how to reference before you use Refworks or any other referencing management software. That's because these systems will make mistakes, and you need to be able to spot those and correct them. For example, the first two entries in our list have got a number of errors. First of all, some of the names are in capital letters rather than sentence case, so we need to edit those. They are both missing the journal that the article appears in. They are missing the issue information and the page range, as well as the DOI link where those resources can be found. So we need to edit that information in Refworks so that the reference list entry appears correctly. So returning to Refworks, I can search for the document that we need to edit. And this is the first one in our reference list here. If I click on it, it opens up a box on the right-hand side that will enable me to edit it. So first of all, I have edited the surnames into sentence case. I have found the article in library search, so I can go to the source and pick up the information that isn't available. So we've got the journal name, Journal of Tissue Viability. It's volume 31, issue 1. And the page range is 84 to 103. And the DOI needs to be copied and pasted into the DOI box as well. I can also see that the date is slightly different as well, so I'm going to edit that too. When I click Save, that is updated within Refworks. You can see that those changes are made here, and we've got the extra information added too. When I go back to my document, the change isn't made immediately, but next time I add a source and insert a new citation, that entry is then updated with the additional information that I added and corrected. It's also possible to create a bibliography directly from the Refworks screen. I can select everything that I want to be in that bibliography and click the Create Bibliography button. It then creates that list in alphabetical order by author. As before, you need to check that the information has been imported correctly and make any edits or add any extra information as required. The other thing that Refworks can do for you is to identify any duplicates in the records that you have identified and imported. Click on Tools and find duplicates, and then it will search amongst all of your records to find any that are the same. You can watch the progress on the left-hand side in the little Finding Duplicates bar over here. That's now complete, so I can view those duplicates. We've only got 2 duplicates in this instance. It's already selected the second of each, and then that will allow you to delete those. Get rid of them from your list. That's really quite helpful if you're identifying literature from a range of searches across a range of databases where you may well find the same records. You can just put them all in Refworks and then find those duplicates. So using the folders, it can be possible to use Refworks to organise your resources by theme or by chapter or by assignment, depending on how you're working. You've also got a tags option where you can use the tags that have been added by the authors and publishers to identify different themes and ideas, and you can organise them accordingly. There are a variety of different views that you can explore. This one is the table view, but the normal view has the records in a list. The full view has all of the details of each of the records. So have a look, choose which one you think is going to be most useful for you. It's also possible to organise the records in a variety of different ways. I've got them organised by date published, but You could have them in date added or by the author. Whichever is going to be most useful for you. So following that demonstration, the best thing to do is go to the Ref Zone, log into Refworks, get yourself an account, have a play, have a go before you need to use it for real, and make sure that you're familiar with all the features so that you can get used to it before that point. If you've got any questions, come back to the Ref Zone, use the guides and the videos that are provided on the website to help you. We hope you found this demonstration of Refworks useful.